Well, good morning. It's good to be with you on this wonderful Thursday morning. It's great to be in God's Word this morning as we unpack what He longs to say to us now. It's always good to be together and rooted. Rooted's always a joy. I hope you enjoyed as much as I do. I've had technical difficulties. This is the third time I've attempted to record this, so we will see how this goes today. I thought about just giving you a transcript, but like, no, so many of you want to see my beautiful smiling face early in the morning. And I know that's right. And so, we'll see how this goes. So we're going to be in Luke's gospel today. We'll be continuing in Luke chapter 11, verses 33 through 36. Luke 11, 33 through 36. No one after lighting a lamp puts it in a cellar, but on the lampstand, so that those who enter may see the light. Your eye is the lamp of the body. If your eye is healthy, your whole body is full of light. But if it is not healthy, your body is full of darkness. Therefore consider whether the light in you is not darkness. If then your whole body is full of light, with no part in the darkness, it'll be full of the light, as when a lamp gives you light with its rays. I love that phrase of Jesus here where he says, Your eye is the lamp of your body. That's a neat phrase to me. If it's not healthy, your body is full. If your eye's healthy, it's full of your body's full of light. But if it's not healthy, your body's full of darkness. That's just a really, I don't know, that's kind of an evocative, cool phrase to me that your eye is the lamp of the body. And I think that's right. Your eye shows what's happening on the inside. You know, as Christians, we are an inside out people. We believe we're saved, are converted, are justified. You know, on Sunday mornings at St. Matthew's this month, we're talking about Wesleyan theology, what it is we believe. And so we believe that we are saved by grace in all of its forms, through prevenient grace that calls us into salvation, justifying grace which converts us, and then sanctifying grace which changes or sanctifies us. We believe that as we experience grace in all these ways, we are made holy, we are changed into God's image. It's a beautiful thing, but it is an internal movement of grace that then changes us internally, and then it goes to our external, that we are saved or changed or made holy or sanctified from the inside out. And so he talks here about how your eye is the lamp of the body. I think that's a great phrase. You know, it makes me think of the great theological work, Revenge of the Sith. Some of you may be familiar with this great theological work from earlier this century, and particularly the chapter Revenge of the Sith. Well, Star Wars is the overall who doesn't love Star Wars. But in Revenge of the Sith, when Anakin, spoiler alert here, um, when falls to the dark side, his eyes change. They go from their normal color to a yellow, showing the dark side is there. Likewise, Palpatine has yellow, spoiler alert, has yellow eyes as well. We see that the Sith who have fallen to the dark side, that their eyes change, and that's a common thing in movies. But I think it's true in real life too. I've seen it in my own life. I think one of the things that a lot of churches struggle with, and a lot of us as Christians struggle with, is not many of us have seen people go from darkness to light. You know, we've not seen the change that happens when someone comes to saving faith in Jesus and their eyes change. I have actually seen that happen. I think of a situation early in my ministry, where I was talking to somebody who I knew was in a very dark place. They were in a dark place emotionally, spiritually, physically, and in every way that you could be in a dark place. And I remember talking to them, and I remember seeing in their eyes darkness. That's really the only way I can describe it. Is I just saw a menace in their eyes. I saw a darkness that scared me, and it scared others. And I remember seeing that with my own two eyes. And then this person went away for a while. I didn't see them for several years. And then when I saw them again, oh, I'd heard before I saw them again, I'd heard that they had made a decision during their time away. They had an awakening, a spiritual awakening. They had made the decision to follow Jesus. And I'm like, oh, I hope that's so. That would be amazing. So I then saw them, and sure enough, their eyes looked different. That's the only way I can describe it is they had a spark in their eyes. They had a lightness, a light in their eyes. They looked different in their eyes. So the eyes are the lamp of the body. They show the light. They show the life. They show what's happening on the inside. And from the inside, our from the inside, our it shows itself, and how what's happening on the inside is going to show itself with how our eyes look, but also how we love, how we serve, how we give. Our inside out faith, it changes our eyes, changes our hands, it changes our actions, it changes our feet, it changes who we are, so that as we grow closer to God, as we experience God's love, God's mercy, God's grace, God's powers, God changes us from the inside out, that our eyes do change metaphorically, but also literally. Also, literally, we are changed by what God does. And so, for us, it's important for us to pay attention, because from the inside of our heart, from the inside of our lives, from what's happening here, it's going to show itself in how we live, who we are. Our faith starts here inside and it goes outside. It's an inside out experience. We are changed from the inside out. But what's happening on the inside is going to affect the outside. It just is. What's happening in the heart changes the eyes, changes the hands, changes the souls. I think about it. One of the best illustrations I ever heard about this was by Dr. Frank Pollard, who was the former pastor of First Baptist Jackson, one of the best preachers I've ever heard preach in my entire life. I loved listening to him preach and sitting under his preaching when I was in college. And Dr. Pollard talked about faith and works. This has stuck with me through the years. He said how works are for the Christian an involuntary movement. Think about your life, that you're alive now. So you're alive. What does that mean? Well, it means you're alive, first off, but you don't tell your heart, beat, 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 do you? No, your heart beats. Your heart beats. It's an involuntary movement. You don't tell your lungs, breathe, 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 breathe. No, it's involuntary. It just does it naturally. Someone who's alive, it's got a heartbeat. That's one of the ways they check to see if you're living. Do you have a heartbeat? Do you have a pulse? Are you breathing? You can take your pulse now. You can take your watch out, and you can see what your heart rate is. Like, if you're alive, you're going to see these things happening. These are evidence that you're alive. And so Dr. Pollard's point was, for the Christian, our works should be much like that. In the same way, we should not have to tell our heart to beat or our lungs to breathe. They will simply do that because we're alive. A living faith is going to produce works. It's going to produce mercy. It's going to produce love. It's going to produce kindness. It's going to produce the works, the fruits of the Spirit, if you will. You're going to see these things just naturally happen because you're alive. So what's happening on the inside, it's going to affect the outside. What's happening in the heart is going to affect the eyes. Jesus says, your eyes, the lamp of the body. What's happening on the inside, it's going to affect the outside. That's how faith works. That's how it works for me. That's how it works for you. And so one of the things we can do in our life is check and see, well, am I really alive? Well, let me see what works I'm producing. Let me see what my body is producing because I'm alive. Is there light in my eyes? Is there joy? Is there hope? Is there peace? Is there kindness? Are these things radiating, coming off of me? But is my life producing these things? Is it a testament to who I am on the inside? Our faith starts on the inside. As we submit our life to Jesus, we feel our hearts changed. We fall in love with Him. We are changed from the inside out. But as we experience this inward change, it will, it's not that it must show itself in our outward life, in our eyes, and things such as that, but it will show itself in these things. So check your heart today, both your physical heart. Make sure your heart's beating. Make sure you're taking good care of yourself. But check your spiritual heart as well. Make sure that your spiritual heart is producing the light that we see here. So as we are changed from the inside out, make sure that our lives are showing that life that is found in Jesus Christ. So, hey, I think this recording took. It has not died on me yet, so that is a huge win, friends. So the transcript you follow may be a little off because the transcript came through earlier than the video, so in the podcast. We'll see. So anyway, thanks for joining us for Rooted in Christ today. We'll pick up tomorrow with the rest of chapter 11. Thanks for being with us. Have a great day.